So when you are twerking, when you're shimmying, you are literally releasing trauma, releasing stored emotions from your hips. When you're bending your knees, you're crouching on the floor, you're connecting to earth, you're connecting to the womb, you're restoring your energy. As I was doing this, I was healing myself through all of these generations of collective trauma. And I realized that twerking truly is a spiritual practice.
It's 96 degrees here in Florida and super hot, and I live in an apartment complex, and right now there's a crew of men who are basically cleaning up all of the grounds, doing all of the hard labor outside. Not a single woman. Can we just take this oppressed by the patriarchy feminist crap and throw it out the window? Because the opposite is true. 90% of workplace deaths are men. The majority of people who sacrificed their lives for our country's freedom were men. You need someone to go and climb up on the poles to restore electricity in the middle of a storm. 99% of the time, it will be a man.
What if I text a guy and I don't hear from him all day?
He's not that interested.
And then at the end of the day, he says, I'm sorry, I just had a very long day. I was busy.
Not that interested.
Why?
He's not that interested.
What if he was really busy?
It doesn't matter. No one's that busy. It's not that important to him, right? He's looking at his phone all the time. There's not a person in here that don't look at his phone. There might be 2 hours where I cannot look at my phone, but as soon as I get through with that busy thing where I couldn't look at my phone, as soon as I get a chance to look at my phone, I'm gonna look at my phone. And if you're the first person that texts me and I like you a lot, I'm gonna text you back.
Girl, he only fucked you over 'cause you let him.
Ladies, if your man is waking up anywhere from 3 to 6 a.m. to go to work to provide for your family, he should be getting unlimited. I don't make the rules.
I can't believe she said this on live television.
The research says that black women, when we do the same diets as white women, we lose less weight and we lose it slower, even when we're following the diet, than our white women counterparts. And what public health practitioners think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism. It's literally that the racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring.
You were nice until he married you and then you showed your true colors.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring.
You were nice until he married you and then you showed your true colors.
You know, women who say I'm old-fashioned, I don't make the first move. I always say, then you're not old-fashioned. Because 100 years ago, a woman would walk past a guy, drop her handkerchief and keep walking. The guy would see it, he'd say, this is an extraordinary opportunity to be a man.
Yes.
He'd pick up the handkerchief,
rescue the girl,
walk it over to her and say, madam, you dropped this. And she'd say, did I? And they now have a conversation. Now, he thought it was his idea.
Yes, and she was
but
clumsy.
She chose him.
Wow.
So I say to women, listen, this isn't about reversing roles here and you suddenly doing the guy's job. It's about you doing what women have always done and dropping the handkerchief.
Why don't you ever talk about the men that don't pay child support?
Because it's women like you who spread your legs for guys like that. Why don't you ever talk about the responsibility of women who choose irresponsible males to procreate with and then complain later when they're irresponsible?
No.
The women who have a one-nighter with a bartender or a guy on a motorcycle or a musician, and then you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to begin with.
Why nobody can ever talk to you because you don't let anybody...
People talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you and you're talking over.
Dear, don't tell me how to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Oh, okay. Let me, can I please just say this? I was married once before, okay? Mm-hmm. My husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really? But why did you tolerate it for 2 years? Can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young and stupid.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were stupid. No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? A guy who beat you for 2 years? Imagine that. The guy is irresponsible.
Right.
He beat me for 2 years, and now that deadbeat doesn't pay.
So why is it my
There's
fault?
your big concern. Now we see why you're so upset about this. You chose a manifestly irresponsible, violent individual to procreate with. Then you're amazed that the guy doesn't send you child support.
He didn't
Who's you're still, you know what, dear? You were young and stupid. Now you're old and
Give it a door test.
What's the door test?
All right, listen to me. You pull her right where she is, right? Before you get out of the car, you lock both doors. Then you get out of the car, you walk over to her. You bring her over to the car. You take out the key, put in the lock, open the door for her. Then you let her get in. Then you close the door for her. Then you walk around the back of the car and you look through the rear window. If she doesn't reach over, lift up that button for you so you can get in, dump her.
Just like that?
Listen to me, kid. If she doesn't reach over, lift up that button for you so you can get in. That means she's a selfish broad, and all you're seeing is the tip of the iceberg. You dump her, and you dump her fast.
I don't hear the men whining about OnlyFans models getting paid more than them. I don't hear the men whining about models getting paid more than them. Kendall Jenner is the highest paid supermodel. Where are the male supermodels? But whenever men dominate in an industry, women will just complain. Can you name 5 WNBA players? 5 female soccer players?
I mean, I can't name any soccer players
That's
already.
crazy. I wish we had the support from the feminists.
I don't
we
know.
would get equal pay if we would just get the support from the feminists.
Well, let me tell you.
Name 5.
Let me tell you.
I don't even know what the WNBA is.
Are men unattracted to independent women?
No. It's just mad annoying when you make being independent your entire personality. Because those independent women are just average adults. Oh, you make your own money? Cook your own food? You do your own laundry? Wow, you're the average adult man. Like, you don't see a bunch of men going around saying, we're such independent men. How cringy would that be? So yeah, have fun listening to Cardi B or Billie Eilish or Taylor Swift or whatever. That's tough.
I remember this Black Lives Matter shit. That was crazy during the pandemic. And one of my girlfriends, she hit me up and she was like, yo, we gotta do more. And I'm like, what more should we do? Like, we done been to 15 marches. She was like, nah, but we gotta do more. And I was like, well, what else do you want to do? She was like, I'm sick of these cops killing black men. And I was like, but you done had 10 abortions. You've killed more black men in the city of New York City. Bitch, all your kids gonna be in heaven. Like, bitch, who was you? Why you marching for them other people? Why you ain't marching for us? And she was white. I was like, damn.
Personally, I think because you're a man, you shouldn't have any words in this situation.
You're saying because I'm a man, I'm not affected by abortion, I shouldn't have an opinion on it?
Pretty much.
Are you affected in any way by the Holocaust?
Not personally, I'm not.
Do you think the Holocaust is bad?
I do.
So you have an opinion on something that doesn't directly affect you, right?
Men don't want to marry anymore because the risk outweighs the benefits. There's a risk that comes with marriage that essentially only benefits a woman. A man marries you and can only hope that one day you don't wake up and say, I feel like I don't love you anymore and I want to leave and you can't do anything about it. According to ASA, 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Among college-educated women, it jumps to 90%. You know what's crazy? I mean, a lot of us women don't have anything a man actually wants that we can bring to the table.
Why are men taught how to treat women, but women aren't taught how to treat men?
Female privilege. They don't have to do anything, really. They can do what they want.
How should women treat men?
Well, with respect and love, mainly respect, and then love, kindness, and relax a little. American women seem to be very uptight, very demanding, always wanting stuff but never wanting to give. The men have to give 100%. Happy wife, happy life is the slogan. It's not happy husband, happy life, which is both